Pavel Tsatsouline has a strength method that requires no gym, no equipment, and no soreness. Done right, it builds strength faster than almost anything you could do in a gym, which is exactly why the man who brought it to America used it to train Soviet special forces, and why it's quietly become one of the most respected methods in all of strength training. Pavel calls it greasing the groove. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how it works, why it works, and how to set it up in your own life starting today. And I mean today. The first session happens before this video ends. So let's get into it. First, the story, because the story tells you everything about why this method is different. In the Soviet system, Pavel saw men develop almost superhuman pull-up numbers using an approach that looked, from the outside, like barely training at all. The famous example he tells is about a pull-up bar installed in a doorway at home. Every time you walk through that doorway, to the kitchen, to the bathroom, back again, you do a few pull-ups. Not many, never hard, just a few clean reps many times a day, every day. Weeks later, the man who could barely manage 5 pull-ups is repping out 15, and he never once did a workout. That's greasing the groove. Frequent, fresh, easy practice of one movement spread across your entire day, never anywhere near your limit. Now here's why it works, because once you understand the mechanism, you'll never doubt the method on the days it feels too easy. Most people think strength lives in the muscle. It mostly doesn't. Strength lives in the nervous system, in the quality of the signal your brain sends to the muscle. Think of each exercise as a path through a field. The first time you walk it, you're pushing through tall grass. Walk it again tomorrow, the grass is bent. Walk it 5 times a day for a month, and you've worn a smooth, hard trail your body can sprint down without thinking. Scientists call this synaptic facilitation. Pavel's phrase is better. You're greasing the groove. Every easy, perfect rep makes the signal cleaner, and a cleaner signal means more muscle fibers firing on command. That is strength. And here's the part that breaks people's brains. Fatigue ruins the process. Ugly, grinding, shaky reps at the end of a hard set wear a sloppy path. The nervous system learns those too. So the method demands the opposite of everything gym culture taught you. You stop while it still feels easy every single time, because easy and perfect is precisely what's being recorded. So let's set it up. 3 decisions, and you're running the method today. Decision 1, pick your movement. One movement, not a program, a single exercise you want to get dramatically stronger at. The classic choices are pull-ups if you have a bar or a sturdy doorway, push-ups if you don't, or single leg work like step-ups or assisted pistol squats for your lower body. Pick something you can currently do at least 5 clean reps of. If a full push-up is borderline for you, use an incline push-up on a counter or a sturdy table. The movement should be challenging but available, something you can drop and do in 15 seconds anywhere in your house in regular clothes. Decision 2, find your number. Test your honest max once. Clean reps only, stop the moment form breaks. Now cut it in half, rounding down. Max of 10 push-ups, your practice number is 5. Max of 6 pull-ups, your number is 3. That number should feel almost insultingly easy. Good, that's the method working, not a problem to fix. Decision 3, pick your triggers. This is the piece nobody talks about, and it's the piece that makes the whole thing run on autopilot. You're going to do your practice number 4 to 6 times a day, and the way you'll remember is by chaining it to things you already do. Before your morning coffee finishes brewing, every time you get up from your desk for a break, when you walk in the door after work, before you sit down for dinner, right before you brush your teeth at night. The doorway pull-up bar is the perfect version of this. The trigger is built into your house, but any repeated daily moment works. 5 triggers, 5 mini sets, maybe 90 seconds of total effort across an entire day. Now, before I get into the rules that keep this method working and the mistakes that quietly kill it, let me tell you about something that's helped a lot of people in your situation. Greasing the groove builds strength on top of whatever body you bring to it. And if the body you're bringing is stiff, achy, and fighting you every time you get down to the floor, that's the first thing to fix. I created a 30-day program called Reboot Your Body that walks you through exactly that. A step-by-step daily plan that restores the movement and strength you've lost, with no equipment and no guesswork. It's about getting down on the floor with your kids or grandkids and popping back up without thinking about it. Climbing stairs without bracing for that twinge in your knee. Moving through your whole day without the background ache you've started treating as normal. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Fix the foundation, and a method like this one pays off twice as fast. All right. The rules. There are 4, and every failed greasing the groove experiment broke at least one of them. Rule 1, never go to failure. Never even go near it. If your practice number ever stops feeling easy, you're tired, you slept badly, yesterday was a long day, do fewer reps, not more. The question is never how many can I do, it's how perfect can these be. The day you grind out a max set to see where you're at, you've borrowed 3 days of recovery against a method that depends on you being fresh tomorrow. Rule 2, every rep identical, every rep sharp, full range of motion. Total body tension, grip the floor or crush the bar, squeeze your glutes, brace your midsection. Crisp on the way down, crisp on the way up. You are not exercising, you are practicing the way a golfer grooves a swing. 5 perfect reps beat 8 passable ones every single time because the nervous system records exactly what you give it. Rule 3, space your sets out. The magic is in the frequency across the day, not the volume in the moment. Keep at least an hour between mini sets, ideally more. Stacking 3 sets into one ambitious morning burst just turns the method back into a workout, and a workout is exactly what we're avoiding. Rule 4, show up daily and don't fear rest days. Most days you practice, but this is a method that listens to your body. If you're genuinely run down, take a day. The Soviets trained nearly every day precisely because no single session ever dug a hole. You should end every day feeling like you could have done more. That feeling is not a sign you're underworking. That feeling is the method. Now, progression, because in 2 or 3 weeks, your practice number is going to stop feeling like practice and start feeling like a warm-up, and you need to know what to do with that. Every 2 to 3 weeks, retest your max. One honest, clean test. When it climbs, and it will climb usually faster than you'll believe, your practice number climbs with it. Half the new max rounded down, 10 pull-up max becomes 5 per mini set. And when a movement gets so strong that even your max feels routine, don't chase higher and higher reps forever. Make the movement harder instead. Push-ups move from the counter to the floor, then feet elevated, then closer hands, then deficit. Strength is built by raising the difficulty and keeping the reps modest. That's the Soviet pattern, and it's why this method never expires. There is always a harder version waiting. Let me also tell you what the first 30 days actually feel like, so you don't quit during the boring part. Week 1 feels like nothing. You'll be convinced it's too easy, and the itch to do more will be loud. Ignore it. Week 2, the movement starts feeling strange in a good way, lighter, like your body has stopped negotiating with it. Somewhere in week 3 or 4, you retest, and this is where greasing the groove makes its reputation. Increases of 40, 60, even 100% on your max are completely ordinary for beginners and very common even for experienced people. 5 pull-ups becoming 9, 12 push-ups becoming 22. Not because your muscles doubled, because your signal did, and the strength you already had finally has a smooth road to travel on. So here's the whole method, start to finish. One movement you can do 5 clean reps of. Test your max, cut it in half, that's your practice number. Anchor 4 to 6 mini sets to moments already in your day. The coffee maker, the desk break, the front door, the dinner table, the toothbrush. Every rep tense, sharp, and easy. Never to failure, never even close. At least an hour between sets. Retest every 2 to 3 weeks, raise the number as the max climbs, and raise the difficulty when the reps get too comfortable. Total daily cost, about 2 minutes you will never miss. That's the method that built some of the strongest men of the last century, and it fits inside a life with a job, a family, and 0 equipment. No gym, no soreness, no willpower battles at 5 in the morning, just a groove, greased a little more every single day. If you want a complete day-by-day plan that rebuilds your foundation while you run this method on top of it, head to the link in the description and grab Reboot Your Body. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe because there are a lot more of these coming. Now here's your first session. Pause the video, do half of whatever your max is, push-ups on the floor, on the counter, pull-ups if you've got a bar, And then go set a reminder on your coffee maker, your desk, and your bathroom mirror. The groove gets greased starting now.